The following is a presentation of the iRacing Esports Network.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Apex Racing TV and welcome to the SimAbility Prelude to the PCDC 6 hours of Brands Hatch. This is just the short race around the Brands Hatch GP circuit tonight. Got 15 cars out there at the moment, just prepping for the race, getting their qualifying times in. I'm Alex Simpson. I may be joined by Andrew Woodhouse a bit later on. Unfortunately, he's got held up at work and hasn't been able to get back in time. So yeah, he's on the bus on the way home now. The way things happen, unfortunately. But yeah, hopefully he'll be back. Just having a look at this circuit. Obviously, well-known British circuit. Love the GP layout. Famous for its Indy layout, which you can see the whole track from the grandstand. But yeah, we've got 3.8 kilometers. Pretty challenging circuit, lots of undulations. Off tracks are not too bad around here. You'll see some drivers run a little bit wide, but on corners like Graham Hill Bend, but it should be good. But yeah, the GP section are always quite fun. Very, very short. Will be difficult for the GTEs to really take full advantage of the draft around here, and of course making those moves. So drivers are going to have full commitment for their overtakes tonight, which always makes for interesting racing. And I don't know, it's just the nature of the circuit. It just seems to play into some great side-by-side action as well. Weather out there at the moment, 18 degrees, so very, very cold. Tyres are going to last no problem. So with the fuel strategy that we've got, obviously restricted to 40% fuel today, means that we are expecting just the one pit stop. But I would assume that most drivers will keep the same set of tyres on, as the tyre life should be pretty decent. Clear skies out there though, which does raise the ambient temperature of the track with the sun beating down on it, but it should still be absolutely fine. Yeah, really looking forward to this one. I have got Glenn just popped into the interview channel, so I'll just drag him up as he might want to have a quick little word of us. Good evening, Glenn. Welcome to the booth and welcome to the broadcast.
Hello, thanks for having me. Let me turn some volumes down over here. Be just a moment.
Just while you're doing that, we'll just clear up and yeah, we'll just take a provisional look at what's going on in qualifying at the moment. You guys have been out there for a little while, but it's Tom Brittle that's currently leading the way in qualifying. He's not got too long to hold on to this, but it's pretty close actually. Just 15 hundredths of a second separates him and Davis right now. How you sorted, Glenn? You there?
All right, can you hear me now?
We can indeed.
So I seem to be here. Hi, Alex.
Yeah. Hi. Sorry. Yeah, got you. No problem. Thank you. So, yeah, tell us a little bit about the SimAbility series, just while the final qualifying is going on.
So the SimAbility series is a league we put on to make it open for anybody of any talent. So if you have physical challenges of some sort, maybe that keep you from running regular series, maybe you're not comfortable in an official session, we welcome you here. It's just a laid-back league, just for fun. Just go out and do some driving. No matter what controller you have, if you can't operate foot pedals and only a keyboard, you're still welcome here. So, but we also have some extremely fast talent too. So it's a big mix, and sometimes it gets pretty exciting.
I imagine it would. And do you know what? It doesn't surprise me that there's some great talent out there, because I've seen people drive like on the mouse that are ridiculously quick, and you just think, how do they do that? And I think a driver that always amazes me is Kevin Ford. He does the Ritmatech series as well. He really suffers, has to be strapped into his seat as well, and can barely sort of push his pedals and things like that. But somehow he's at the top of that timing table every week on, week out. So yeah, it doesn't surprise me in the least. Just a
And
short race tonight, sorry, but you've got obviously a 6-hour event coming up as well.
Correct. So this is just kind of a prelude to the 6-hour event next weekend, put on by Team Brit and PCDC. I get their abbreviation wrong sometimes. So this is just kind of a chance for them to practice. Probably at least 50% of the field is actually from that race, and they're just here to have some fun, and they're guests and here to have some fun and practice with it.
Yeah, awesome stuff. Yeah, looking forward to it. So little short race, limited fuel. So we're expecting one pit stop. I was just saying earlier before you jumped in, probably with track conditions out there, they might not take tires, or is it something that they're going to just do at the same time regardless?
That's a great question. I with this particular track, I'm going to guess that some will take tires, but yeah, your guess is as good as mine here.
Well, we'll have to keep an eye out for that. I see you're in the session. Are you just administrating tonight, or are you going to have a little race yourself?
Yeah, no, I am just going to be administering. I haven't driven for a couple months, so I just kind of thought I'd join you instead.
Awesome stuff. Well, I mean, as it happens, unfortunately, Andrew has got stuck at work, so the guys have got to just deal with my dulcet tones for the whole broadcast. So you're more than welcome to stay here for the whole thing. Pop in and out when you need to, and yeah, we'll bring you in as needed.
That sounds good, Alex.
Awesome stuff. Right, grid is finalized. Let's bring that up on screen and just take a quick look at that as well. So Tom Brittle does indeed take the pole position with a 1 minute 19.7. He's just a tenth and a half ahead of Paul Davis, both UK and I drivers out there. Florian Denzer is in third place for DHatch, just 2 tenths back. And then it's Yao Oliveira, just tucked up behind him, a further 2 tenths of a second back as well. Then we've got Matteo and Costin, followed by Peter Parnell, and then Christian in 8th. So just having a quick look down the order, a little bit of separation as we go further down there. We know Sancinelli rather well as well, Steve Bunting. There it looks like, yeah, there could be some great little individual battles out there, but we're not expecting to see a massive train. But yeah, it still should be pretty exciting none the least. Waiting for final car, well, to make its way to the grid, which is you, Glenn, so that's not going to happen. So the guys are just going to have to be patient, and then we'll get the parade lap underway.
That is one side effect of me being there.
Yeah. Mind you, I think they would much prefer having live officials. It's always great to have, sort of a live admin. There's a lot of series that run without them and just let the iRacing sort of internal system sort of dictate how the race goes. But it's always nicer to have someone there just sort of calling the shots, that's for sure. Obviously, it's the first time this series has been featured on our channel. What's the situation with things like pace cars and things like that? Might we see a safety car if we have a big wreck, or is that something that you don't normally do in the?
So we haven't done that for the road series yet, but it's something that could happen in the future. One thing we do is we try to do rolling starts because some of our members don't have a clutch, so it's a disadvantage for them. So we'll have a rolling start.
Makes sense, yeah, completely.
Yeah, and this will probably get interesting as the leaders start to go through the lap traffic. And I'm understanding that the GT3 cars are mixed in with the GTE, so whoever set the session up, sounds like we made a mistake.
Okay, yeah, I was just seeing the one class in there. Well, that'll be interesting anyway, see how it pans out. We'll try and work out, if we can, who's leading in which. Of course, that gives us another reason why there's a bit of separation. Oh, Trading Paint's just doing its thing, so hopefully liveries will be there for the start of the race. There we go. Yeah, for anyone who hasn't seen the Apex Racing overlay, obviously we have the timing tower on the left-hand side. Obviously the position indicator, followed by the driver's sort of color slash. Now that's the color that they've painted their car in the default iRacing paint sort of scheme, and that will also you'll also see that color on the mini map with their position as well. At the moment, you can see I've got Tom highlighted, and he comes up as green in the overlay, just so you can see who we're focusing on. And again, you can see the green outline on the little mini map. If any of the drivers have a little off track, it'll flash on the mini map, but it'll also flash to you on the timing tower, just to say that they might have had an off track or a little incident. We'll try and capture some of the races. Of course, live timing link has been shared on the YouTube chat, so do go and check it out there. Got all of the events that will go on during the race. Here we are. Green flag goes. Great start by Brittle, and Davis tucked up right behind him. Good start for the two Porsches, and then we've got the Ferrari of Yao just tucked up behind. So yeah, tasty start. That's what we want to see. Side by side between Benny here as well. That's for 7th and 8th place. So they just come through. Graham Hill, as I said earlier on, expect the drivers just to use that runoff area there. One of the places that iRacing doesn't penalise you too much for just running out a little bit wide. Is there, as the admin, is that something you're looking on separately though, or is there any restrictions within the series that I might not know about?
No, pretty much if iRacing lets you do it, then you're free to do it.
Yeah. Always makes for some great racing around Graham Hill as well. So they just they get side by side going into the GP section. Front two Porsches just trying to pull away at the moment. But yeah, good opening lap from everybody there. This little 3-car cluster seems to be the one right off the bat that's going to be extremely close. As we just jump on board with Matteo here. Coming out of Druids into Graham Hill. So use that runoff area, get the acceleration in the Ferrari. To Sterling, very tricky corner. You have to be very, very patient around there. The car, wait for the nose just to tuck in and get onto the power. It's all about getting a good exit here. He has got a bit of a run on Florian, but Florian also with the slipstream of Oliveira ahead means he's not going to be able to do anything in these opening laps. Through the back section of the circuit as well. It's very bumpy through here. To just be a little bit patient, make sure the car's all settled before you light those rear wheels up. Just a little correction as we go over the hump into the penultimate corner and away. Good lap, but yeah, these three looking like they are going to be very close in this one. I don't know if you've seen any of the practice times, Glenn. Have you seen anything in terms of sort of which car is preferred round here? I mean, the Porsche's looking very, very strong right now, but group of Ferraris right there as well. As we're side by side ahead, this is the battle for 3rd place. Oh, there's contact there as well. And yeah, Oliveira loses out. Tucks in behind. Hopefully he won't have any damage.
Yeah, all I know from practice is that Tom definitely set the fast time, but it looks like Paul's up for the challenge.
We've got a couple of pit stops going on already as well. So Edgar Sancinelli in. I don't know if that was an incident. We'll have a little look back, see if we can find that. But yeah, definitely a couple of drivers in. Let me just see. See a replay.
We do have fast repairs enabled, so they may have had some damage.
Oh, indeed. Just watching the replay right there as well. And I'm not sure who that was. I think it might have been Jacob Sidman just lost the car. No, it wasn't. That was a separate incident. Just trying to figure out who it was who lost the car. It was Steve Bunting, actually. Just lost the car going on to Sterling. Just massive drift through there. And just tried to get out of the way more than anything. And unfortunately, essentially, he decided to go around the outside and made contact. And that's why I'm guessing those guys are into the pits. And as you said, Glenn, yeah, fortunately, they have the fast repair. So it's not the end all for them. They can at least get their cars fixed up and get back out there. So I'm loving the sound of the Porsche. I really did a great job on that. Just kind of complements the ambient noise that you get out there with everything else.
Yeah, I haven't followed the GTE much lately, but the Porsche definitely seems to be doing well.
Oh, someone with a little mistake in front of the leaders. One of the GT3s, the Mercedes. And he's got a bit of damage. Is he coming into the pits? No, he's not, but they're going either side of him. And I think that is going to be Davis just nipping the lead there. And of course, all of a sudden, you've got Florian taking a look around the outside here of Tom. Tom trying his best to hold on. He's got the inside line here. Should be okay. He's pretty deep into Druids. Holds it together. And now all of a sudden, Florian goes from attack to defense because he's coming under the pressure from Matteo behind and manages to hold on through there. But still a little bit defensive as we go into Sterling's. A little late look as well from Matteo. And he's through. He's not going to quite get the same exit here as Florian, but all of a sudden, João Oliveira, he wants to come back through. Of course, he had that little nudge earlier on, so he'll be thinking if he has just one little sniff, then he'll throw one straight back up the inside. There's never any love lost between drivers, that's for sure. Just settles itself down again. Good action. And of course, 40-minute race, it's not like it's a sprint. We often see a lot of sprint races here on Apex Racing TV, especially with the World GT Championship and of course the British Sim Racers Championship that we feature. And yeah, 20-minute sprint races where drivers really are hectic and stick their nose in everywhere. So drivers just showing tiny little bit of patience just there. But yeah, now it's up to Tom to try and hunt down Davis again and see if he can get himself back into that lead. Lap times between the two have been almost identical since the start of the race as well. So yeah, that's going to be interesting to see now that he's in the draft. Oh, a little bit of a slide as we just jumped on board with Brittle there. But yeah, just lost the rear. You can see now he's having to work the steering just to keep the car pointing forward, be able to apply the power without losing that back end. Of course, the main difference really with the GTE and the GT3, GTE does have a little bit more power. Oh, jeez, that was close. He's going to be on the grass. Just about saved that up as well. So pushing hard is Tom. He wants to get back up towards Davis and put that pressure on. But yeah, of course, no ABS. So you can just snag a rear like that in the braking zone and it will just sort of dart the rear end out. So you have to be kind of careful on the brakes. Very easy to lock them up, where the GT3s you really can just sort of stamp on the brakes. Great lap from Davis, goes purple, puts himself top of the fastest lap timing chart there. And that was 1 minute 20.35 as well. It was a 0.6 for Tom, even with those couple of little mistakes that he made. Still only just set himself 0.3 back.
Yeah,
take
that's a good point about the anti-lock braking on the GT3 car. That's one of the reasons it's a popular one for our series. So if you're some of these gentlemen are using controllers such as the shift paddles for the gas and brake, so that allows them to actually drive the car properly.
Oh yeah, makes perfect sense actually. Good, yeah, well brought up because yeah, you can get away with almost 100% brakes on the GT3s. It's perhaps not the most optimal way to to rely on the ABS, but still, you can get out there and compete and have some fun. So yeah, good call.
Yeah, and I've seen some pretty incredible setups. What somebody wants to do when they have a love for the sport and they can't use foot pedals, the things they come up with to drive is pretty amazing. And the results they get from it is just as amazing.
Now I'm trying to remember what broadcast it was. One of the official sort of iRacing ones that I think RaceSpot did, where it was the I want to say it was the Race of Champions, but I don't think it was called that. But they did have that guest driver. I can't remember his name off the top of my head, but he had like the mouth control. Was controlling it with like a joystick on his mouth. I think that was just that was epic. I really can't remember the driver's name, and apologies for that. But that was
Yeah, I know.
quite a
Yeah,
setup, and that was it CRX Simulations or whatever put it all together on that CXC Simulations put it together, and that was an unbelievable setup. And yeah, the fact that he could compete in both the oval and the road race was epic.
yes, and the name escapes me as well. A very, very famous ex-Indy car driver.
Correct. Yeah. Change of position, and that is because Nilstrom has had a little incident. Let's see what that was about. Take a quick look at it back. Was running quite comfortably. JT Costin as well, possibly. Just snagged the grass, locked the rears. There's the contact. And that was JT that made the contact. And I think what we've got is some front suspension damage. Just try and jump on board before he gets into the pits. You can see if the car is tracking straight, and you can see it's not tracking straight at all. Those horrible little nicks that you get on the front suspension, they're the ones that do all the damage. So annoying, but yeah, like you say, he'll take his fast repair, and he'll be out. And as we can see, we jump back live, and indeed he is. So back out from the Mid-South, and in 9th position, just lost a couple of places, but still very much in the hunt.
Yeah, and he should have been within his fuel window, so he may be okay.
Yeah, of course, good point as well. And yeah, so anyone really now, it's almost like a free pit stop if there is an accident. So do that, get your refuel, and away you go.
And I think Tom may have gone off.
Just having a little look. I think you are right indeed. Let's have a look. I got that back here on a replay as well. So yeah, he was just ahead of Matt. Oh, coming out of Sterling onto the back straight, and I tell you what, he hit that wall hard as well. And you can see again the car just not tracking straight. So ever since he lost the lead, he just looked like he was just putting in like an extra 5%, really pushing hard. And yeah, it just seemed to be just a little bit too much, and the car's bit him. Oh, he went off a second time as well as we stayed with him. That's what's going to force him into the pits, I think. Pole sitter then, he's going to have it all to do. He'll box, get himself a fresh car. He's not out of it yet, but he has gone. He's going to have a good 5-6 seconds that he's going to need to catch back up. Take a little look. Matteo here He's currently 1.4 seconds behind our leader. Got 1.3 back, so got a little bit of breathing room now, so you can start to focus on. Just a little bit wide there, and again you can just see the little flash where it comes up in the red to show that it's exceeded the track limits. But yeah, last lap he was actually 1/10 of a second quicker than Davis as well, so if you can keep that up so far as well through sector 1, again another 1/10 of a second quick. Sector 2 they were equal. Sector 3 just a hair quicker. Sector 4 is just coming up, again another 1/10 of a second quicker, so really starting to hunt that gap down. It's 0.8 of a second now, and it's coming down even quicker. All of a sudden Davis is under a fair bit of pressure. Back marker in front, goes through into Brooklands, no issues there, good move, and actually just builds up a little bit of a gap. Time the overtake to perfection. Florian behind kind of got stuck a little bit, so did Oliveira, so they lose a little bit more time to these leaders. Checking in with some of the drivers that we haven't featured so far. Yeah, so Benny there. Driving the Porsche, through Druids he goes. Jump on board. Just a fraction deep into Graham Hill. Has to be patient, waiting to get onto the gas. Better Sterling to that back straight, just on board with the Porsche. You can just hear it wind itself up. It's a funny sensation because you feel like it should be screaming a little bit harder at you than it actually is. Sometimes gives you the pulls you into the false sense of security as we run just a little bit wide, that you're actually going slower than you are. See, he's going to have someone on his tail very, very soon. That's JT Boston after he's had his repair. Getting just oh no! Must have heard himself on the broadcast and we cursed him completely and utterly into the wall hard.
Oh no.
He hasn't pitted yet, so surely this is the ideal opportunity. He won't lose too much time. You've got to be careful on this pit lane. It's an absolute pain with an unsafe entry, but he gets himself in between the white lines and the commitment cones, no problem. Sorry, Benny, I hope you weren't listening at the time and that was what it was, what it did. But it wouldn't be the first time we've cursed people here on Apex Racing TV, that's for sure.
And Benny's one of those that's using SimAbility hand controls as well. He's been a huge supporter of SimAbility and the league, so we're always happy to see Benny. Sorry to see that he had trouble though.
What we'll do is make sure, let's just see actually, because Lee might well have already put it in the description, but if you could share with me the URL, I'll put it in the chat and I'll put it in the description of the video as well, so we can, the guys can see where they can sort of get those sort of hand controls for. Just post in the general chat that I should be able to grab it from there.
You got it.
But yeah, back to the lead. Still 0.3 of a second. Florian Densler, he's starting to catch back up as well. Oh, backmarker spins in front of the leaders. They all have to dodge. Great car control from that backmarker actually. In the fact that he held the brakes, he didn't let the car roll. Everyone was able to avoid him. Such a common mistake. You get all flustered when you make these mistakes and you forget to hold the brakes, but not there as well. So Yeah, that saved the leaders somewhat. That could have been a major 3 or 4 car pileup. But yeah, Davis, he decides it's time to jump into the pits. The rest of them continue on. So a potential overcut may be on the cards here. Of course, you could see on the graphic at the bottom indicating who is in the pit lane. The first box was how long they're actually in the lane, and then in the brackets itself was how long they were stationary. So we're kind of looking to see what these guys are going to do. It was a 31-second pit lane time for Davis, and an 11.07 second stationary stop. So just a splash. I'm assuming that's no tyres. Halfway through this race already. Oh no! As our leader makes contact with one of the GT3s out there. I think he's got away with it. Perhaps a front bit of left damage. That was Sidman as well. He's been in the wars today. Oh no, that car is not handling well at all. Is he going to be able to hold on to this lead? That overcut possibility, I think, has kind of gone out the window all of a sudden. Florian and Yao, they are literally going to be held up here for a half a lap. So perfect timing for Davis to come in. He should be able to capitalise and just extend his lead out now. Doesn't seem too bad. We go on board. Car's tracking straight, so perhaps it was just where he heated the tyres with the little slide there. Got away with one there. Willy pit, maybe. Huge fan of the Ferrari, the way it drives. Did the Le Mans series, the Le Mans 24-hour race in the Ferrari. Such a nice car to drive. Does he pit in? Yes, he does. Oh, he might. The others stay out. I think he needed to put pit in there just in case there was any damage. Slower lap time of 121.9. Bring up the mini map and see exactly where Davis is. There's Davis coming into the final corner. No sign of movement yet. There's a long stop, very long, 13.7 seconds. Davis is going to be well clear. There he goes into turn 1. Got Nystrom in front of him, of course, who hasn't pitted yet, but I'm assuming will do at some point. A few more stops going on as well. So Tom Brill back into the pits. So that surprised me. Or did he not pit? Surely he pitted.
Yeah, I'm quite sure he pitted early.
Yeah, so a second stop, but he got damage again. So I wonder if he had perhaps the "don't repair my car" tick box ticked or something like that. I can't see another incident on the timing or the event viewer, so not sure what's happened there for Tom, but the race definitely not unfolding how he wants. Florian now into the pits as well. Slowly but surely, the front runners all doing it. Just seeing in the chat as well, 59 teams entered for your 6-hour race. That's going to be interesting.
Yeah, that 6-hour race they put on for next Saturday is the PCDC 6 Hours of Brands Hatch. They're teaming up with Team Brit, who is getting involved in making hand controls for real racing as well as sim racing, apparently. So great for them. It's a big event next weekend. So if you like to see this times 10, then you probably want to check out the PCDC 6 Hours of Brands Hatch next Saturday.
Nice. Yeah, that would be great actually. With I don't know, just sort of competing in what was the Blancpain series around here. When it's a full grid, this makes for some great racing, some great strategy calls that can come out as well. So it should be good. Into the pits then comes our current leader. Oh, well, did he make? He made the commitment cone. He literally nailed it. Full lockup going in there. That's where you need those ABS brakes. Now, did he get the car slow enough? We'll see. Anything over 15-20 seconds is going to basically point us towards a penalty. He got it slowed down, 10.3 seconds. So good job. Going to come out in second place. So all the pit stops fairly similar, but Florian and Mathieu, they're just a little bit slower. Runs a little bit deep into Druids as well.
Yeah, that 41 car, Paul Davies is one of the individuals putting on the race next weekend. They've done a fantastic job of promoting it. Just overall, super quality stuff. So, and I'm glad to have Paul here racing with us.
Oh, nice. Yeah, big shout out. Doing well. Let's hope he can keep it at the top of the timing standings at the moment. Then, just having a look at the pit stop strategy, you can see the little graphic that's come up in the bottom right hand corner. So yeah, an 11.1 second stationary stop for Davis then, and Oliveira actually the quickest with a 10.3, and then Densler and Matteo, so 13.4 and 13.8. So yeah, just some differences going on out there. Oh, and someone having a bit of a drop of connection. We are 26 minutes into this race already. It is flying by. Just having a little look at what was our pole sitter. He's tucked up behind Peter Parnell at the moment. Peter in the Ford GTE. I'm gonna get a close-up of that livery. Looks very, very, very nice.
Yeah, I noticed there being cars on the pace lap, so talk about waiting till the last minute, huh? Or at least my view, I could see the trading paints, loading paints at the last minute.
In the end, Peter not really defending into Brooklands there. Just kind of lets Tom go through. But yeah, let's just enjoy for a second the onboard sounds of the Ford. There's again another lovely car. Oh, gets a little moment to turn his Tom ahead and get a run, but I don't think he's going to get close enough to make a move back. This, of course, is the battle for 6th place. Yeah, our car sounds lovely. The GTEs. Do all the GTEs have the? Oh no! Why is it every time I'm on board with somebody going through the penultimate corner, they get a little loose, and around they go. Peter. Oh no! There's contact as well coming out of there. Who was that was involved in it? I think that was Nystrom. Just see, just trying to avoid the car. It was recovering back to the circuit and around. Oh, what a nightmare. There's also another little incident that went off as well with Benny. Had an incident. Let's have a little replay of this. It just nicked the grass on the way in to Graham Hill. Spins. Oh, and then has to be very patient. Please, no one hit him. Oh my word! Like scramble, avoid. That was the leaders going through there as well. Everybody avoided. Again, good driving. He held it still. Didn't do anything too rash trying to get out of the way. Can always lead to further incidents. Florian into the pits as well. That's the second stop. I'm not sure why that's happened. Was that a separate incident? Oh, it was. Get that back on replay as well, just so we can see exactly what happened. Another car off there. Ah, just nicked that grass again. Oh, and then gets absolutely clobbered by, I think that was Matthew, wasn't it, afterwards. So absolutely smashed. And no wonder why he's back into the pitch. Yeah, look at the state of that Ferrari. That has seen better days. The insurance company's writing that one off for sure. Right, let's just take a second then just to sort of see what the gaps are out there now. You can see 2-second lead that Davis has over Oliveira right now. Actually a further 4 seconds back. It's quite a large jump now to Florian Denzler because of the extra pit stop that he's had to make. JT Coston behind. Another gap as well to Brittle. So yeah, Tom not had the race he wanted. As people have been saying on the chat, better to do it now than to do it, during the 6-hour race.
That's true.
I have to say, doing a little prelude race is kind of like perfect practice, really, because it just gives you an idea of who you're going to be racing against, where their strong points are, where their weak points, areas you're going to have to watch for incidents and things like that. So, yeah, I feel like those that are in here today, they're going to have just a slight advantage.
I think it should certainly help.
And Glenn, Jacob a relative?
Yes, he is. So Jacob is my son, and he's one of our members with cerebral palsy, and he's got a lot of courage to get out here. It's extremely difficult for him to. In fact, this will be the longest race he'll run. It's a real challenge for him to hold his line through the entire race, but he keeps at it. He keeps working at it, and I couldn't be any more proud.
Oh, awesome. So, just tell us a little bit about how his setup is and how he's using things.
Yeah, so today he's actually using a experimental product today. It's a load cell brake hand control and a ring for the throttle. That's something that we're working on for next year. Traditionally, he uses what we call a GT ring system, and he has a ring in front of the wheel that he pulls to control the throttle, and a ring in front of the wheel that he pushes to control the brake.
Oh, awesome. And yeah, like you say, doing a good job out there.
Yeah, and Jacob's really the reason that SimAbility exists. When he was young, he had a passion for sim racing, and there simply were no controls out there for sim racing hand controls. So that's what got me involved, and we're trying to share that experience and information with the entire community now.
That's great. And it's nice actually, because obviously iRacing created that sort of section on the forum as well, didn't they? Where people can come in and sort of share their experiences and their setups, how they're doing things as well. And it's nice to have like a little sort of forum community as well, because it kind of drives innovation forward. You know, people come up with great ideas, and you get some of the developers involved and things like that. So I thought, you know, it's kudos to iRacing for creating that specialist forum.
It is. iRacing has been fantastic. Along with the forum, they've helped out in other ways in the background. The iRacing is fantastic for supporting this community.
Oliveira still looking very, very strong. 2.7 seconds in the lead now.
He's just kind of come from nowhere. I think you said Zhao had the best pit stop. Is that right?
The 10.2. So yeah, very, very strong. Davis must have had an incident. Did I miss that? Let's have a very quick look, see if we can't find that on our event viewer. There it is, fairly recently. Let's see how he lost the lead. Oh, just lost the rear into Brooklyn's cast. Oh, he so nearly saved that. Maybe 3 or 4 attempts grabbing it. And yeah, that vicious death snap just kind of ruined him a little bit. Actually dropped all the way down into 3rd place. So got 4.5 seconds to see if he can catch up. So how long have we got left? 5 minutes. I think that's a pretty tall order. Oliveira here has had a really super strong race. Just consistency over anything else. Tried to keep himself out of the trouble, and he can do that for the remainder of the race. I think that is why he should end up winning it. As I literally say that, and he just locks up going into Druids there, and yeah, I just thought I'd cursed another one.
Yeah, and he's got to make it through the SimAbility traffic still as well. So anything can happen.
If I just bring up the I'll just bring up the mini-map, although the mini-map's failing on me at the moment for some strange reason, so little technical issue. Just wanted to see what he got ahead next to him.
Yeah, and by the way, Zhao is also running with hand controls. It's not SimAbility hand controls, but something that he created on his own. So kudos to him. And I believe he had posted some pictures of his hand controls on the iRacing forum.
Like I say, people's passion to get in the car and have a bit of a race and things like that. So that's, you know, it's great. You see the same thing really with real racing as well. You know, people want to do the hand controls, those that have been in accidents and things like that. And nothing's going to sort of stop them from their passion. Oh, who was that in the background? I think that was Paul again, just having a little moment. Nothing too crazy, but yeah, just a little one. We've got 1:45 to go, so it's just coming across the start line now. So we will just sneaking one more lap after this one. Again, just checking in with some of the drivers. A bit further back, Mark Myers in 12th. He's got Edgar Santinelli behind him, only 1.1 seconds back. So coming to the end of the race, good little battle going on there. See who wins that one out, because the last few laps, Santinelli's been a good 3 seconds quicker. So can he hold on to this 12th place? Gonna look at Christian as well. I love that Ford so much, and actually the livery works so nice on that car as well. Absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah, so quite a few good looking cars here.
Let's just jump on board then with our leader for what will be the final lap of the race. Got 20 seconds to go, so he'll make it through quite comfortably. But let's hope and pray we don't cut us another driver tonight on his final lap. Oliveira really great consistent driving. You can see on the screen on his dash as well that it's not home and dry. He's only 1.17 seconds back to Matteo behind. Swings it through. Sterling gets a good exit. Tiny little twitch, but nothing too much of a problem. Actually gets a slightly better exit as well. The gap is going up. See the interval timer on the timing tower right now. Santinelli did go through, by the way, off camera. Through the GP section. Oh, we've got a blown motor ahead. Final lap, not what you want. Navigates it okay. Where is oh, this is tight. This is very close. A battle going into the final corner around the outside. Can he make it? Oh, I think he might get the run. This is so close. A little bit of bumping and barging. Who knows? 5,000th of a second. Oliveira takes it. My word, that was close.
That's good stuff.
40 minutes and it comes down to a 5,000th gap. That's what you want. Can we have the same thing for the 6-hour race, please? That would be brilliant. There is another little battle still going on out there right now as well. That is between Steve Bunting and Strum. Oh, there's a bit of traffic in the way as well. That's going to make it really tasty too. They sneak through into the penultimate corner. Oh, which is a teaser, and they come together. And I think actually they're just going to finish. But has that gifted a position? No, it hasn't. I thought for a moment it gifted a position to somebody else. But in the end, as they were, Bunting will hold on to that one. Take 9th place, but top 10 for both drivers. Still a good result. Wow. Yeah, what a great race that was at the end. So close. 5,000th of a second. We're just waiting for the final few come in before we can bring the official standings up.
All right, while you're bringing those up, I just want to thank everybody from the PCDC event that came out and joined us. We had some of our regular SimAbility folks here, but for the most part, it was the PCDC, and it was really good. That was some good racing. It was great to have those guys here.
Yeah, thank you. I have to say, just thank you on the channel as well. It's nice to see something a bit different on here as well, and be able to show our support. Here we go then. The final classifications are in. Oliveira does indeed take it by 5,000th of a second. Oh, you had to be a bit forceful on the line just to hold on to that. It could have gone either way. But yeah, good race from Matteo as well in second place. 2.9 seconds ahead, Paul Davis. Paul had that race. And yeah, just that little mistake going into into Brooklyn's cost him. And Florian in fourth. 30 seconds back after he had to take that extra pit stop as well. JT Costin rounds out your top 5. Rest of the order on your screen right now. Doesn't give it the true understanding of how close it was, actually, because there was a lot of great little battles out there throughout that race. Pretty much kind of like we alluded to based on the grid order. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing when we chuck another 35 cars on that grid, how close it's going to be.
Yep, should be a good one next weekend.
I don't know if anybody has got the Apex Racing Discord, but let me just quickly sort out an invitation. I will put it on the chat. You're more than welcome to come in and have a quick little chat with us. Just pop yourself down into the interview channel. We've got a couple of broadcasts going on right now, so you'll see Marco, Sam, and well, the two Sams in comms room 1. But if you come head down to the comms room 2 waiting area, maybe we can get you in just for a little chat. No pressure though. If you don't want to, we'll just give it a couple of minutes. We'll go to a quick advert break and we'll come back and just have a little chat. So yeah, wrap this show up if not. Welcome back to Apex Racing TV. We are on the post-race show from the SimAbility race here at Brands Hatch. What a fantastic meeting we've just had as well, separated by the lead by 5,000th of a second as they cross the line. We do have the leader in the ready for interview channel, so let's just drag him in here. Yeah, welcome to the booth. And congratulations on holding on to that one by the merest margins at the end. What a great race.
Yeah, that's true, because there was a slow guy on the track. I have to almost stop the car, and it was very difficult at the end. That's true.
And
But,
Glenn was saying that, because I was sort of saying, I should just drive nice and sensibly the last couple of races. He'll do it, no problem. Glenn was like, well, he's got to get through the traffic, so don't be so sure on that one. And that was exactly what happened on that final lap as well. So made it really spicy.
Yeah, that's true. But this is a track where it's very hard to pass. So we must do constant laps and no errors. So I drive with no errors, and I was I was lucky too, because it was a nice race and a nice fight.
Well, that was literally just going to be the next thing I said, really. It all come down to your consistency today. There was some guys out there at the start. It looked like Paul and Tom perhaps had a little bit of pace over you. They were able to pull away. And then, of course, there was that little bit of contact that you had, I think, with Florian that set you back a couple of places.
Yeah.
But yeah, you kept it clean, you kept it tidy, you had a really good pit stop, the quickest pit stop out there as well. That got you back that sort of track position. And then, the guys just kind of fell off in front of you.
Yeah, because I was in fuel saving and tire saving, and that's the strategy here, because I'm disabled, so they are fast. That is normal. Mm-hmm. So I was doing my race in my pace with I have no setup at all, but it was unexpected because the Porsche is fastest here.
Sure. Oh well, take it. Yeah, what a great win, and just goes to show, consistency can win out at the end as well. So congratulations on that one. Before I let you go, is there anyone you want to give a shout out to? Any sponsors or teammates or anyone like that?
To say an hello and to my team, justprint.pt, my sponsor, and I'm Portuguese, not Spanish. And
unfortunately, the overlay only picks up the club, so yeah, I'm afraid.
No problem, Alex. No problem. And I hope to see you soon in the next races. And thank you to Glenn and Alex and to the guys who did this race. Thank you all.
Thank you very much. Go and enjoy your victory.
Thank you
for joining us, Joe. Thanks.
Let's bring in your lad next, if that's okay. And we'll welcome Jacob to the booth.
All right, hi.
Hi, mate. A good race from you out there as well. Got it to the finish line. Looked tough at times.
Yeah, it was. I always have trouble just staying focused, and sometimes I just mess up, especially the first corner of the GP section. I got that wrong so many times, but at least I made it.
You know what? That corner, you and me alike. I hate that corner. I always seem to mess it up myself too.
Yeah, that and turn one are definitely the most difficult points on the track.
Yeah, I agree with turn one too. Another tricky one. Again, the car just seems to get loose there all the time.
But yeah, it's a fun track when you get it right.
Oh, absolutely. Your dad mentioned to me you were using some new controls today. How did they work out for you?
Good. For those of you who have seen the latest SimAbility video of the Bluetooth load cell prototype, that's what I'm running.
So a thumbs up from you then on those.
Yeah, they're great. Once they're finished, I would definitely recommend them.
Awesome. Are you going to be back for the 6-hour race?
No, but I'll probably be watching some of the broadcast.
Good stuff. Well, the floor is yours. Anyone you want to give a shout out to while you're here?
Just Dad for making the awesome SimAbility setups.
Thanks, Jacob.
Yeah.
You're a great spokesman, sir.
Yeah. There's going to be a proud dad there, and I can't see him, but I imagine he's smiling right now. Thanks, Jacob. Well, good luck on your next race, and yeah, we hope to catch you back here again.
All right. Thanks.
Let's bring in Santinelli next. Good evening, sir. Welcome to the Apex Racing booth.
Hello.
Just tell us a little bit about how your race went. It looked like you had actually really good pace out there today. A couple of incidents set you back at the start.
Yeah. I think it was lap 2 when I was trying to squeeze through a hole, and then the hole closed up, and I took some damage. So I came in for that quick. After that, I knew I was gonna have to pit again for fuel. So just try to get those laps in, get them under my belt and not screw up. And in the end, I was worried I wouldn't be able to catch Mark. Mark was doing a really good job, and he kept his nose clean the whole time. So hopefully, things went well there, and I was worried I kind of pushed understeered towards him, but looking at the replay, it looked okay.
Yeah, I mean, what sort of challenges do you find here at the Brands Hatch circuit? Because as track and car combos go, I tend to find most people either really enjoy the circuit or perhaps, they really dislike it.
Well, as far as Brands Hatch, it seems like it's really difficult to pass. I mean, you really got to be on somebody's bumper and just be in the right time, right behind them, and go for that pass and hope that it all works out. So it's really narrow sections, and the backside there where I was able to get a pass made. I was kind of scared to make it, I had some issues in the World Cup race with the Lotus, and I was worried about that here as well with this.
Mm-hmm. And are you going to be running the 6-hour race yourself?
No, I don't think I will be. No plans of it yet. I just wanted to jump in with these guys. It's a great group of guys. So,
Yep.
and I haven't driven a GT car for a while. I've been doing the Rick Motec series, and you guys see me there as a back marker. But I love driving all these cars. So, just great friends and good people, and trying to get more experience under my.
Yeah, awesome stuff. Well, congrats again, so after the first incident, it looked like a good drive, to be honest. Like you say, you fought all the way back and had a good little battle on the final lap, so that was good to see. Anyone you want to give a shout out to or anything like that?
Oh, just my friends and family, for the support, but also all these guys in this league. And I'll be sure to, if I'm not running in the 6-hour, I'll be sure to tune in and support these guys on the broadcast. And thanks to you guys as well. I see you guys covering different series, and I always try to tune in. I appreciate the work you guys do. So thank you.
Thank you very much.
Take care.
Good attention, everybody.
Thanks, see
ya. Last but by no means least, and the gentleman that had to have was being hunted down by Santinelli for the last portion of that race, and it's Mark Myers. Mark, welcome to the booth. How was that out there tonight?
It was pretty good. The car felt really good. I actually haven't really driven this car before until last night when I was doing some practice laps. So I felt like I did pretty good for lack of experience with the car. In fact, I'm not a road course racer by trade. I'm actually an oval guy. Just wanted to help out SimAbility and Glenn and give them some support. So I was able to join today.
Oh, okay. So what sort of series do you mainly drive in on the oval side?
I normally drive the. I was actually part of a league earlier in the year that did the trucks and the nationwide car or the Xfinity car, and I've been doing the NIS Open Series all year. So that's what I've been primarily driving. Every once in a while, I'll get into the V8 supercars on the V8 America Series on Thursday and Friday nights, but I haven't been doing that. Haven't done that in a couple months. So.
not nice broad range there as well. So I haven't done any oval driving for so long. It's crazy how you kind of fall into your sort of your sections of iRacing, isn't it?
It is, and I enjoy both. I enjoy the oval stuff and I enjoy the road course stuff. And it's just over the summer I just don't have real time to focus fully on both. So I actually took a couple months off, and today was my first day back after a couple months. But I going to get into it more now that fall and winter setting in. I have more time to do stuff like this. So
Yeah, don't we all? Better to stay in and keep warm, I think, and enjoy the racing.
pretty much, considering we've had snow over the last couple of days. So
Oh, really?
yeah.
Well, I think we've got that to come as well. And yeah, if you know anything about the Brits, we can't handle snow. Like literally, the country just shuts down when we get like an inch of snow. It's useless here.
Oh, around here we don't even get the shovel snow blowers out until we get 2 or 3 inches of snow. So an inch or two snow, we're like nothing to worry about.
Yeah, I don't know why we can't handle it. Trains shut down and everything. It's ridiculous. So oh well.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of fun out there for you tonight. Again, the floor is yours. Anyone you want to give a quick shout out to, go for it.
Actually, I'd like to thank Glenn and SimAbility for supporting the series, and I like I like what he does with the sub racing with the adaptive controls. I'm a really good supporter for that, and really just appreciate Glenn for what he did. That's pretty much about it. I'm pretty much a one-person show. I do everything else myself, set up everything like that. But definitely wanted to thank Glenn for what he did.
Awesome. Thanks very much, Mark. Yeah, enjoy the rest of your evening. Hope we see you again on the channel sometime soon.
We'll see. It just depends on the schedules. I just happened to have an opening today, and saw the post and said, "Hey, it looks like a fun race to join," and I want to support Glenn. So I would like to be back. I had a good time.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Mark. Appreciate it, buddy.
Yeah, you're welcome. You guys have a good one.
Cheers. Well, Glenn, because you were in the channel, I can bring your name up on screen while we just have a little closing chat with yourself as well. How was that? How did you find that? Is that what you kind of expected for today?
Oh, that's awesome. It really was. We struggle in our regular SimAbility League. We do struggle for turnout. So if you are interested in anything like this, come find us. Just search for SimAbility iRacing League, and you'll find us. I'm not sure when we're going to be racing again. We're going to probably be hibernating for a little bit, and then we'll take another shot at it. Mm-hmm. But appreciate the broadcast. Awesome job, Alex. Really enjoyed that.
Yeah, no, thank you very much. I'm sorry Woody couldn't be here. Just one of those nightmare things where he just got caught at work. But hopefully myself and you did the guys proud there, calling all that action. It certainly was a fun race to call all the way to the absolute checkered flag.
Well, great job, Alex.
Right, thanks very much, Glenn. Thank you, everybody, for watching. If you liked the video today, of course, please give us a thumbs up. If you're interested in anything we do, and subscribe to that channel and hit the bell icon as well. Yeah, from myself, from Glenn tonight, thank you very much for tuning into the SimAbility race. Keep an eye on the on the league and all the products that are going on there as well, and support those guys. Jump in into the series as well, and yeah, give these guys your support. And we'll wish everyone a good night. Of course, over on the other, still on this channel, but on the other broadcast right now, we've got the European V8 Supercar Series. That's being hosted by Smuley Kumo, Sam Fitzpatrick, and Marco Barbanera. It's the final round of the season. Championship has gone down to the wire, so if you want to watch some close V8 action, head on over there now. But from myself, from Glenn, from all the racers here at Brands Hatch, it's a good night, and we'll catch you next time.
The following is a presentation of the iRacing Esports Network.